Hi, welcome to the channel today. Today we're going to be looking at the other side of the yard, the containers. This here is the corn that I'm growing in the kiddie pool. It's got a hole cut about 2 inches high, and we keep that in water. They're really growing good. I've been really pumping the fertilizer to them. They're about, one of them's 5.5, 6 foot tall. They're looking nice. I do got some smaller ones. I did have to replant a few of them, or I did replant a few of them. So some of them are kind of crowded out, and I probably could cut them out, like that one there. I almost had my cameraman back. He was feeling better until there was a tree that had trumpet vine on it. He touched the trumpet vine, and his hand started burning. Some type of, we think he got stung by some type of a bug or something. We don't know, because he shouldn't react that much to a trumpet vine. Over here is the blueberries, and they're not looking quite as good as I hoped. I had pushed a little bit with fertilizer, and they got some burn on them. So it's either salt burns from I pushed too much fertilizer to them, or it's they got a little too dry. Both of those could happen, and it could be a combination of the two. So I did water them. I didn't fertilize them. I might put just a little bit of fertilizer in them and add some more water today. I did give them good watering yesterday, but this one here really didn't suffer anything. It's the newest one, so it's brand new. I planted it this spring, and it's really growing good. And these others are all several years old. They may be 15 years old. But anyway, this time of year is when they start looking, get some of the funky leaves on them. The pH could be a little higher than it needs to be. This is Sweet Crisp here. That one there is O'Neill. That one there is Snow Chaser. That's another Sweet Crisp. And that one over there is Pink Lemonade. It seemed to suffer the worst, which kind of surprised me. What kind of makes me think it might have been water stress instead of the salt. But I really think it's kind of a combination of both of them. But anyway, I did trim those back pretty good this year, trying to get them to grow. That's the other side of the corn. And this here's the pomegranate tree. It's starting to put on a lot of flush new growth. This is all, this year's growth. Add a little fertilizer to it. A lot of times if your plant starts getting stagnant, it just needs some fertilizer, so you can add that to it. This is the Roddenberry seedling peach. It comes back from seeds. It's, I guess, the only open pollinated peach I've heard of. That peach tree is the Flat Wonder that A&M put out. It makes one about the size 50-cent piece. It's a little flying saucer peach, it's donut peach. Trilite Apium. Said it right this time. This is either Tropic Snow or Tropic Beauty. I get the two mixed up. That's one of them. That one over there is the other one. So, and I guess you look at a quick deal of my roses, but I'm not as much on roses. And then going over here, I'm just gonna go ahead and do both sides of it. The Okinawa spinach, like I say, it's growing like gangbusters. If you ever want something that, to me, it's way better than the Malabar. I don't eat either one, but my wife likes it way better than the Malabar. And just the texture is better. It doesn't have as much of the mucousy texture that your Malabar has, but it has to be, it's sown by, you plant it by cuttings, but it cuts real readily. I've actually cut it before in August, stuck it in a solo cup with potty mix, and it looks like crap for about a week, and then it starts perking up, and in 2 weeks it's growing again. So it does readily root, and it's not really invasive either. Your Malabar can it throws off a lot of seeds. There's some of the mints that I've got growing, and there's some basil. That should have clipped them back, but I didn't. This here is the Meyer lemon, and I really think it's got some type of disease on it, or it may be, get a real close view of it. So if anybody knows, let me know. I kind of think it's powdery mildew, but I'm not positive. And then over here, got the peppers. And these little old peppers, it was called the yellow Bequinho. They make a lot of them. They were supposed to be sweet peppers, or at least I thought they were. My wife says they're not. I don't really feel like trying to prove her wrong. So I'm gonna take her word for it. Not really hot, but she had some warmth to them. There's the Role Habanada. There's some of the fruits in it. And there's the banana pepper there. Somebody drove down the road and our dogs were going crazy. And this is a lychee tree. One begins with an M. I can't say the name of the variety of it. They look okay. You know, it's not looking really bad or anything. This here is the strawberry guava. It's been making it, and as soon as they drop, you know, that one there is really probably ready. But if I should get probably drop, I did give some to the neighbors. We have tried them. I really think that they'll work really well in a drink or a mix or something, not necessarily eating. You know, and I don't normally like the, you know, there's some of the guava I've had at the store I did not like, but these were okay. But like I said, I really think that it's more something to flavor a drink with than it is just eating fresh. This is the pineapple guava. And neither one of these are true guavas, but they're close enough. They both are fairly runner hardy. These will go down even, I think, into the teens, I believe. That one is more like a Satsuma. It'll get down in the mid to low 20s, so I have to keep it probably in a container just because we don't seem to have any normal weather anymore. So, and over here is some of my different citrus and things. There's the blood orange there, and this is the. It started really growing good. It's putting out a flush of growth on the. Let's leave this one. On the Kishu. Light green growth. Now, if you don't have them fertilized right, or they're not fertilized correctly, they'll just skip that growth. So it could be that this one over here, since it didn't flush out, it might have, you know, just skipped that flush. So if yours are just sitting there, not doing anything, you need to add some fertilizer to them. Now, a lot of the damage you're seeing on them is just the leaf miners. They're really bad out here, and I don't really try to control them that much. May have to start. This is the Satsuma clementine that wasn't looking very good, so I put it where it's getting less sun. I can't tell you if it's helped or not, to be honest with you, but we'll find out over the next month or two and see how it does. And then this here, it's a pomelos, and they really are, that's big as a softball already. And then I've got the garlic chives. I did break those apart earlier this year, and they're growing good, doing well. This is another one of the, I think this is Sumo relative. Over here, that I believe is a trumpet, not trumpet vine. Primark Freedom, just going in the bucket. And this is another one of, this is a navel 30 or N33 navel orange there. It's just kind of sitting there. This here's Valencia orange. It makes really late. I mean, I was almost up in February, March before the fruit started getting ripe, and even then it didn't really taste as sweet as it should. So it's gonna be a really late orange, but it would extend your crop, I guess. This is a lemonade tree, and it's got lemons all over it. It's doing really well. I actually got this from a cutting. I did really good with cuttings one year, and then I found out you cannot sell cuttings in Texas. So I did give some of them away, and I kept this one for a backup. I got a big tree of this out in the orchard, and he'll make 200 or 300. And And that one has survived the winters. That's on trifoliate rootstock. This one's just on its own roots, of course. And but anyway, this here is one of the other pomelos. It doesn't have any fruit on it this year. And they've just kind of set down on me. This here is the other lychee tree. They did make some fruit this year, but there wasn't many of them pollinated, so I got the other tree trying to make them pollinate each other. And there's a pumpkin. And it doesn't look as good as it did last year. And it's had some dead leaves on it and stuff over here. So, I don't know quite. It could be they're just getting in this bucket and they're just not doing quite well. So I would hope. This is a nectarine tree, and I do not recommend getting nectarine trees in Texas. And this is a longan tree. It did really well for the first year or two. And I think it maybe has some of the same problems as that Myers lemon. And then there's another pomelo, Chandler pomelo. It's got 3 on it. And got one hiding down here. The alphas, I'm hoping they get enough sun. I did want to show you one thing that I've changed up over here to go back what I've done before. And this is, I think it's homestead corn, flour corn. And for a little 4-ounce bag, it's like 12 bucks. And I was wanting to plant a lot of it. So what I did is I put that corn, same as I did over there, and I think I planted 7 or 8 seeds per container. I'm gonna grow those up so that way I can increase the amount of corn so I can plant it next year and actually make a crop out of it. So if you sometimes you get a small packet of corn because you can't afford, to buy it by the pound or whatever, you can do that. And that way you can grow your own seed stock. I guess the other thing I was going to show you is the raspberries. And so far they've been a success for me. Now you're going to see some dead leaves on them, struggling just a little bit over there, but they are producing, raspberries. So that's there it is. And they've tasted well. I think the only ones we've actually tasted has been the Crimson Night. And this is the middle of summer. I mean, we're 95 degrees every day, and they're still tasting good. That kind of surprised me. But anyway, that's what I got for today. Glad you're watching, and hope we get my cameraman back pretty soon. Thanks. See you next time. Bye-bye.